Actually, every day we're facing crisis.
People are beginning to understand the complexity of making a decision with many stakeholders in.
You like to think that in a crisis you can think on your feet, but in reality, preparedness is 99%.
It is a pleasure to welcome all of you to this inaugural Crisis Simulation Masterclass, Decision Making in Crisis. I'm glad to see many fellow directors and industry leaders gathered here today to take part in what I believe is a timely and important exercise.
The simulation will consist of several rounds. For each round, we'll run through the scenarios together. Then, please take around 5 minutes to discuss within your group what are the strategic considerations that you would like to think of and how you would like to move forward, or if there's something that you would like to raise with the other stakeholders here.
During the 10 years from 2016, almost 10 years, I see the shift already. This will not happen to me. Failure will not happen to me. The capital is good, Bank Negara is there. But I see the shift from will this happen to me to what we will do if this happen to me.
Liquidity risk can be key driver to bank failures. Banks do not fail because they don't have enough capital. They fail because of confidence crisis, and hence people withdraw money from the banks. Whatever happens, however a bank failure happened, the impact afterwards are messy and it costs big. And we can see later, it depends on how prepared you are going in to see how you come out later.
So that if something happen, and it will happen faster or unplanned, so to speak, we know what to do. And that's why we want to work with the directors in terms of setting the tone. It's a long journey, but we want to start somewhere and have a little bit more interaction with the management. With that, thank you so much again.
The biggest takeaway from the simulation, I think, is the ability for us to actually understand or listen to other stakeholders or what their thinking is.
Many a times we only know from our perspective of one of the stakeholders, but not the whole sector, right?
What's important is for the board is to immerse themselves out there. It's so important for the board member to listen to interactions. Some may be right, some may be wrong, but that to me brings up the experience. Because you see, knowledge, you can buy a book, you can read a book. Experience, you have to go through it.
Once it becomes second nature, you'll be able to react.
I find that the simulation has been able to bring out some of the core values in crisis management.
It was a very, very good experience, extremely insightful, kind of opened up my eyes a little bit to resolution planning. It's not something that we speak about every day.
I see this particular simulation as a very good exercise. There's no right or wrong answer to it.
I learned today that collaboration between the institutional regulators is so important. I did not realize that for example, the government, the Ministry of Finance, Treasury, they also had a role in resolution. How important it is to coordinate well between all these parties. That was an eye-opener for me.
We don't know what we don't know most of the time. So the education, like this session, is very critical. It's more than financial literacy. It's about understanding crisis, how we manage crisis.
Thank you so much, PIDM. I think when we come up with our own playbook, it's not something that we do in silo. Something we can put together with PIDM or even the central bank. Thank you, PIDM, for doing this. I think it was really successful, and I would encourage PDA members, if they get the chance, to come for one of these sessions in the future.
So I think this is a good session, and I think not only we should do it at this level, probably individual organization should have such.
I felt it was very positive. So PIDM, Thank you so much for making this happen today. I will make sure from my heart, from my side, Sarga, to spread the word to the other directors to show how important to do this simulation.
Crisis preparedness is not a one-off exercise. It is a continuous shared responsibility. We may not be able to predict every crisis, but we can choose to be ready.